What's up, everybody? This is Fliptriq, and this will be my playthrough of The Walking Dead. This will also be my first impressions video. I'll be playing through the entire game, making all the positive choices, playing through how I normally would if I were the main character. After I finish this playthrough, I'll be playing the game again a second time, making all the negative choices, all the bad decisions, and trying to make the main character just the biggest jerk that I can make him, to see how that outcome plays out. From what I've heard, this game's very, very dependent on the choices that you make. You could say something to somebody one way, and your character reacts a certain way, and you change the choices, and you get a completely different outcome. They're comparing this to like a choose-your-own-adventure book. You could play through this game multiple times and have a completely different experience every time. So I thought it'd be interesting to put my playthroughs up. So if you didn't want to play through the game again, want to see somebody else's perspective, you could check this out. Also, if you want to check out my Evil Lee playthrough, I'll be doing that as well. I played through the first chapter already once and accidentally, or I wasn't recording. I thought I was, but I don't know what happened. So I deleted that save. I'm going to go through it again. I don't think the first chapter actually has much to do with the actual overall story. Seems basically, I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's not much going on in this chapter, basically. I don't think the conversation will surface anywhere else because, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. But here we go, Walking Dead, Chapter 1, Episode 1. The story should take place in the comic timeline, and this will be just as the zombie outbreak happens. So if you're a fan of the comics, this is while Rick is in the hospital in a coma. And throughout the game there should be interactions with some of the main characters from the comics.
Well, I reckon you.
So I'm looking forward to playing through this and seeing how it plays out.
Does it really matter?
Nah, not much. You know, I've driven a bunch of fellas down to this prison. Lord knows how many. Usually it's about
So
now.
as I'm doing this, I'm going to make the same choices I made the first time.
And what do you say?
I say, yep, I know you didn't.
We got what looks like a 1091E near P3 85. All contacts to keep on the lookout for 91B in the area.
So as you can see, we have just gotten arrested, and we're on our way to prison. Not much I can do, just handcuffed in the back of a cop car.
I followed your case a little bit, you being a Macon boy and all.
What do you think?
I'm just glad I chose law and not order. Big messy trial like that, even if you was innocent. A lot of what happened
Yeah, it looks like
can't ever be
there's
undone.
something going on behind us.
Be advised, medical personnel en route to Hartsfield, area 10-20 coming in.
Any of that seem important to you?
All of it, but that box never shuts up. Sit in this seat and pay too much attention and you'll drive yourself crazy. I got a nephew up at UGA. You teach there long?
Going on the 6th year.
You meet your wife in Athens? You want to know how I see it?
And it looks like there's something
Sure.
pretty serious going on, because now we have quite a few police cars rushing towards the scene that he keeps getting alerts on his radio about.
Regardless, could be you just married the wrong woman.
Which, as we all know, is the zombie breakout actually starting.
Riot in progress. All officers are available for incoming 217. Rolling call to dispatch to all locations.
choppers flying now. And a lot more police cars.
You'll have to learn to stop worrying about things you can't control. I'm driving this man once. He was the worst one. He wouldn't stop going on about how he didn't do it. He was an older fella, big soft eyes behind a pair of
So far this
smart folk
conversation's
glasses.
going
And he just wailing back there. Says it wasn't him.
exactly the same as the first
Crying
time.
and snotting all over right where
All
you're sitting.
officers are available for incoming 217.
Then before long, he starts kicking the back of the seat like a fussy baby on an airplane. And I tell him he's got to stop. That's government property, and I'll be forced to zap him otherwise. So he stops, and having exhausted all his options, he starts crying out for his mama. Mama, it's all a big mistake. It wasn't me.
So did he do it?
They caught the fucker red-handed, stabbing his
Outside
wife,
looks like a
cutting
pretty
her up as
normal
the
day.
boys came through the door. He sits in my car screaming bloody murder that it wasn't him. I think he actually believed it himself. It goes to show, people will up and go mad when they believe their life is over. I got another good one for you. This one's a little bit less depressing and a bit more hilarious, if I do say so. This
Oh
other
my god. Once again, I missed it. Freaked me out. I even knew it was coming that time, and I still didn't react fast enough. So it looks like I got knocked unconscious. But there were screams out there, so it seems like the officer just got thrown from the car or got out of the car.
Thirsty. Ah! Fuck! My leg.
I can look at the cop, and there's a shotgun on the ground. So let's see what the cop has to say.
Hey! Hey, officer! Are you alright? I'm still cuffed back here! Officer?
You'd think the
That doesn't
blood
look
trail
right. He wasn't in
leading
check.
from him would signify that he's not alright, so I don't know why we're
He's
asking
not
that.
moving. Why the hell did he have his gun out? Maybe it was tossed from the car during the wreck. He must have the handcuff keys on him. He must have the handcuff keys on him.
Alright. So we're gonna kick our way out of the window, and
I need to drag myself out that window.
should I climb out? Use the left stick to move along the car. Looks like I only have one direction I can go. And you can tell my character's limping around, so he's obviously hurt. The wreck must have tore him up pretty badly. That sounded painful.
Officer? God damn.
And there are the keys. So we're gonna try to grab those. And unlock ourselves.
Shit.
Just imagine if the keys weren't conveniently placed on him. Being in the middle of a zombie apocalypse and being handcuffed. That would be awful.
Officer?
Holy shit!
Alright. I was expecting that one. That one I knew it was coming. That didn't catch me off guard that time.
Get away from me!
And we already have the shotgun shell, so we're gonna grab the shotgun. I still dropped the shell. Did that last time too.
Don't make me do this!
My evil playthrough, I'm gonna see if I can shoot him before I pick up the keys. Because I picked up the shotgun shell early this time.
Man,
Wonder if things will play out a little differently, or if there's any other option I have.
his skin's all rotten and he smells like shit. What the hell is this? Are you dead?
Hey! Are you dead?
You just shot him in the head and watched his head explode. I don't understand why you're so oblivious to him being dead.
Help! Go get someone! There's been a shooting!
And right about this point is where the trophy would pop. For finishing the first chapter. For an animated cartoony game, they actually made this pretty gory. Pretty good job. Struggling to get to safety. Tons of zombies all over the place. Just came out of nowhere. Luckily his hands or his arms weren't broken. Just looks like his knee's injured. Otherwise he'd be screwed right there. Probably wouldn't be able to hoist himself over the wall so easily. And it sounds like there's some other survivors somewhere. Unless there's the little girl who was firing those gunshots. Not sure where the shots came from, but seemed to do the trick and got the zombies out of the way. It's pretty convenient that
Anybody?
triggered the complete ascension of all the zombies, and they just left me alone. But with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. Be sure to stay tuned if you are interested in seeing how this plays out. Like I said, I'll be doing a second playthrough, making all the evil choices. I'll be playing through this chapter again and seeing if we can shoot the officer in the head before he attacks us.
Help!
If you